we are just about to start 2025 season of planting new potatoes. We've got 5 acres to plant here today. We're going to do about 3 acres of those out of the chitting trays that we showed you in the previous videos. So what we're going to do is we've got the trays on the pallets on the trailer ready. We're going to put the planter in position, back the trailer too, and we'll start offloading them one by one and tipping them into the machine. Once we've done that, then we have brought some seed that are already in the bags, which we're loading with the 14-ton digger. We're going to trial that. We haven't got the telehandler here, it's currently broke down, so we're going to have to try and lift them in with the excavator digger. So hopefully that goes all right. I think it will do, but the first for everything, we'll give it a try. Got the dog out with us, she's enjoying a bit of smells. So let's get started. So we've had the manure spread a couple of weeks ago on here. This is the field now that we're planting potatoes on. So we were spreading cow manure and chicken manure, and the main benefits for us why we spreaded it is, one, it improves the soil fertility. So you've got phosphorus, your potassium and your nitrogen that's in there, which is crucial for the plants to grow. The organic structure in the soil, you know, we're adding good organic matter back into the soil, ploughing that under. And the final benefit for us is it's, you know, very cost effective. You're looking anywhere between £1 to £2 per tonne for the cow muck. I'm looking about roughly up to £5 for the chicken muck. So I'm pegging out every 12th bed, just so that when we're planting, we don't plant that bed, because what we're going to do is we're going to put soil bags down every 12th, which will then hold the Grow-Tex on, which is a sheet that we'll be putting on just to cover the crop at these early stages of the year, just protected against any frost, and just try and enhance a bit of growth. So just making sure that the planter doesn't plant the row that we need. So that's what we're doing. Let me recount that there because I have forgotten. I'm just checking the depth and the distance between the potatoes are right, but obviously we're using quite an old machine, so just making sure. It did used to have a control box on it, but now it doesn't. We just use it on the flow pressure on the tractor, and with like a flow valve, so the faster you turn the flow valve, obviously the faster the cups go and the closer together it plants the potatoes. Just checking that the depth's right, so that we've got the hitch set at the right height on the tractor, and also we're just checking that we've both got the flow speed correct and the tractor speed correct. So it's just a little 10-minute job on the first row while he's getting set up, and then we can crack on across the field.
Straightforward, the machine. It does its job, but if you don't have the right, well, the potatoes perfect to put through it, then obviously it won't work very well. The only issue we had was these little sprits, these little buds here. They're perfect as they are now. Whereas last season, if you remember, they were like that. And they're all knitted together. So that was the issue we had. It kept getting to the bottom of these belts, these little reservoirs at the bottom. And before the cups could take them round, they'd be attached to each other and tangled up and blocked up, and it was a nightmare. So it was actually the potatoes, and it was our fault. It wasn't the machine. So that's why she's back this year, cracking on, doing us a favour.
Hang on, whoa, chains come off. even blocked. I need just stop it running 1 second. That has to do it. Stop running 1 second, on off. Go on. Woo. On off, Dan, Sam. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Keep going. Woo. Go on. Ah, you ah! Trap me finger. Right, lift it up, let's put these spuds up.
Yeah, it's not near him, Ryan. Past him. What?
What do you need a machine for?
I can see
Bit
it.
of old-fashioned leg power. Spud, ground, plant it.
Down there. But, are they coming back down? They're going now. Oh, you motherfucker.
Look how nice and clean you are. So what the plan is, our telehandler's broke, so what we're thinking is this was already up at the field because we've been scratching the road to level it off this past week. So what we're thinking is we've brought the set of forks for this digger, so we're going to try and put the set of forks on this digger and lift the bag of spuds for these into the planter. I think we've got 1 ton on max reach, I think this is, and they're 1.125 ton. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it lifts it. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. So we're on the second day of planting potatoes today. Yesterday we thought we'd have just had enough with what we brought up to the field with us, but we were unfortunately just 3 beds short. So we got a bit late by the time we got finished. So what we thought was come up first thing in the morning, we'll bring another bag, we'll bring the soil bagger machine, which one of our friends has very kindly lent us, because historically we've always just done it with, we've brought staff up. You know, we probably had about 15-20 staff in the field. They'd have the bags, the plastic bags around the waist on a string, and then you'd have the other person with a spade just filling the bags. So it's very time consuming, very expensive in staff with the wages. So we've never invested in a machine, but one of our friends has lent us his to use. So it's definitely something that we're going to be looking at this year, probably fabricating one ourselves. So plan for today, we're going to put the 3 beds of potatoes in. We're going to go over, we're going to spray the field with pre-emerge, which will slow down or restrict the growth, the early growth of the weed coming through, just to try and prolong us having to come in and spray and knock the potatoes back. And then we're going to get the soil bagger going, and then we're going to put the fleece on top. So Dan's here now with the potato planter. We'll just get this seed in and then we're on our way. Last row complete. These seed have been really nice seeds. So we had 2.5 acre we put in with the seed that had sprit that had been in the fridge, and then these are a different variety that we're trialing this year. So these obviously haven't sprit yet. We didn't put these in the fridge into the chitin trays. We just took them straight out of the bags that they got delivered in and we planted them. But obviously you're seeing the issue that we had with this planter in episode 1. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. But we had like ridiculous amount of issues with it, mainly because we let the potatoes sprit too much and it meant that they had knitted and it was a nightmare planting. So this seed are a really good size for this planter. We've had no issues whatsoever. It's not missed a beat. So in terms of planting, they've been nice. I just hope that they crop well and they taste good, because they are looking like a new variety that we're going to use every year. So this year's the trial, but we'll know when the time comes to harvest and eat the taste test. So Milkshawn's here now, ready to start spraying. He's going to spray the pre-emerge, and then we'll start looking at bagging up and putting the Grow-Tex on. So this is the soil bagging machine that Harry has lent me. Thank you very much, Harry. Historically, we used to have a piece of string around our waist. You'd get the bags, you'd fold them around your waist, you'd take a bag up. We used to tie them with a piece of string around our waist. You'd have one person obviously opening the bag up, you'd be bending down, and then you'd have another person in front of you shoveling the soil into the bag. So we used to have our staff doing that, so like a team of like, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 people doing it, you know, with space across the field. There is obviously a machine for doing it. It's so much easier, a lot less time consuming and a lot less like staff required. So we're going to look at fabricating our own, something similar to what Harry's lent us here. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Get on with it now. Well, first time trying it, so obviously we've had a couple of teething issues just testing it.
Just flick it.
We're just getting into the rhythm. How it should be. The bags are wet, so they're stuck together. My side would be. Nice and hard work for me.